China is not only the world's most populous country, it is also home to one of the richest and most diverse food cultures on the planet. When we talk about Chinese cuisine, we are not talking about one single style of cooking. Instead, we are talking about a culinary universe that has evolved over thousands of years, shaped by history, geography, philosophy, and tradition. From the fiery spices of Sichuan to the delicate dim sum of Canton to the hearty noodles of the north, Chinese food is more than just a way of eating. It is a reflection of how Chinese people see balance, harmony, family, and even health. And here's the amazing part. Chinese cuisine is not only ancient, but also modern. It has adapted, changed, and spread across the world, becoming one of the most beloved food cultures on earth. But to truly understand Chinese food, we have to go deeper. We have to explore how history shaped it, how geography influenced it, and how traditions and philosophies made it unique. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the roots of Chinese culinary culture, into the 8 great cuisines of China, to the streets where locals enjoy daily meals, and even into the future of how Chinese food is evolving today. So get ready, because what you are about to see is Chinese cuisine like you've never seen before. To understand Chinese cuisine, we must first travel back in time. The roots of Chinese cooking stretch back more than 5,000 years to the earliest dynasties. Ancient Chinese philosophers believed that food was more than just fuel. It was medicine, balance, and even a moral duty. Confucius, one of China's greatest thinkers, taught that meals should not only nourish the body, but also cultivate harmony in society. He emphasized the importance of balance, etiquette, and the art of dining together. On the other hand, Taoist philosophy influenced cooking with the idea of yin and yang, the balance between hot and cold, spicy and mild, heavy and light. Every dish was seen as a reflection of cosmic balance. In the Han Dynasty, about 2,000 years ago, China began to develop its first organized food culture. Farming techniques improved, new ingredients like soybeans and millet spread widely, and rice became the foundation of Southern diets. Later, during the Tang Dynasty, which many call the golden age of Chinese civilization, food became even more diverse. Trade along the Silk Road introduced new spices, nuts, and fruits. Imagine a time when pomegranates from Persia or walnuts from Central Asia made their way onto Chinese tables. By the Song and Ming dynasties, China already had a sophisticated dining culture with restaurants, tea houses, and banquets that showcased wealth and artistry. These centuries laid the foundation for the modern Chinese food traditions we know today. So the next time you taste a Chinese dish, remember, you're not just eating food. You are tasting over 5,000 years of history, philosophy, and culture, all cooked into one meal. If you want to understand why Chinese food is so diverse, you must look at the geography of China. This country is huge, stretching from snowy mountains to tropical seas, from fertile river valleys to dry deserts. Each region developed its own food culture, shaped by climate, resources, and history. In the north of China, where winters are long and harsh, wheat is the main crop. That's why northern cuisine is famous for dumplings, buns, and hand-pulled noodles. These hearty dishes keep people warm and full in the cold climate. In the south, however, rice dominates. The warm and wet climate of the Yangtze River Basin makes it perfect for rice paddies. That's why southern Chinese cuisine features rice, congee, and countless stir-fried dishes that go perfectly with steamed rice. The west of China, especially Xinjiang and Tibet, developed unique flavors influenced by Central Asia and the Silk Road. Lamb, beef, dairy, and flatbreads are common here, reflecting a nomadic tradition very different from the coastal regions. Meanwhile, coastal provinces like Guangdong and Fujian relied heavily on seafood. Here, fish, shellfish, and sea vegetables shaped local diets, while trade brought exotic spices and cooking techniques. So geography and climate did not just feed China, they created a mosaic of cuisines. Every region, from north to south and east to west, tells its own story through food. When people talk about Chinese food, they often imagine one style. But in reality, China's cuisine is not one, it's many. In fact, chefs often classify Chinese food into the 8 great cuisines of China. Each represents a region with its own flavors, ingredients, and cooking traditions. Sichuan cuisine, perhaps the most famous worldwide, known for its bold spices, numbing Sichuan peppercorns, and dishes like hot pot and kung pao chicken. If you like spicy, this is heaven. Cantonese cuisine, delicate, light, and fresh. Famous for dim sum, roasted meats, and seafood, Cantonese chefs focus on bringing out the natural flavor of ingredients rather than covering them with heavy spices. Shandong cuisine, one of the oldest. It features lots of seafood, soups, and frying techniques. Shandong's location on the coast made it a center for seafood dishes. Jiangsu cuisine, elegant and refined, often served in royal courts. Known for sweet flavors, slow braising, and beautiful presentation. Zhejiang cuisine, sometimes called the land of fish and rice. Its dishes are fresh, light, and not greasy, often with a subtle sweetness. Fujian cuisine, full of soups, broths, and seafood, influenced by trade. Famous for its unique red wine lees flavoring. Hunan cuisine, another spicy giant, but unlike Sichuan, it focuses on pure chili heat without the numbing peppercorns. Hunan food is bold, colorful, and fragrant. Anhui cuisine, less known internationally, but very rustic. It uses mountain herbs, wild plants, and slow stewing methods, reflecting the region's countryside traditions. Together, these 8 traditions show us that Chinese cuisine is not one story, but 8 different stories. And even beyond these, every province, every city, and even every village has its own local specialties. Chinese cuisine is not only about taste, it is deeply connected to philosophy and health. 2 ancient ideas shaped how Chinese people cook and eat: yin and yang, and the 5 flavors. The concept of yin and yang teaches that everything in life has 2 sides that must stay balanced. In food, yin represents cooling, refreshing elements like cucumbers, tofu, or melons. Yang represents warming, energizing foods like ginger, garlic, lamb, or chili peppers. A good Chinese meal always balances yin and yang so the body stays in harmony. Then there is the theory of the 5 flavors: sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and spicy. Chinese cooks believe every dish should find a balance between these tastes. For example, sweet and sour pork is a classic dish that combines 2 opposites into harmony. This philosophy means that food is not just fuel. It is medicine, energy, and even a way of keeping the body and spirit balanced. That is why Chinese people often say food and medicine come from the same source. So when you sit at a Chinese table, remember, every dish is not only made to taste delicious, but also to bring balance to life. One of the secrets behind Chinese cuisine's incredible variety is cooking techniques. Chinese chefs are masters at transforming the same ingredients into completely different dishes using different methods. The wok is perhaps the most iconic tool in a Chinese kitchen. Stir-frying in a wok allows food to cook quickly at high heat, preserving flavor, color, and texture. Think of classic dishes like stir-fried vegetables or kung pao chicken. Fast, flavorful, and perfectly cooked. Steaming is another essential technique. From delicate dumplings to fish, steaming preserves nutrients and subtle flavors. In southern China, you'll find entire meals steamed in bamboo baskets. Dim sum is the best example. Deep frying and pan frying are also popular. Crispy spring rolls, fried dumplings, and golden roasted meats are all results of precise temperature control and timing. Then there is braising, which combines slow cooking with rich sauces. Red-cooked pork is a classic example. Tender and full of flavor after hours of slow simmering. Even raw or lightly blanched foods, such as salads or cold dishes, are used strategically. Chinese chefs pay attention to texture, color, and temperature, not just taste. By mastering these techniques, Chinese cooks can create infinite combinations from a limited set of ingredients, making each meal a unique experience. Eating in China is more than filling the stomach. It's a social ritual, a way to connect with family and friends. Chinese meals are traditionally shared, not plated individually. A large round table, dishes placed in the center, and everyone taking portions with chopsticks is the norm. This fosters community, conversation, and respect. Meals are often a celebration, whether it's a simple lunch or a major festival. Sharing food symbolizes harmony and unity. Even a small dish of pickled vegetables can be part of a meaningful family moment. Tea is another essential part of Chinese dining. It's served before, during, and after meals. Different regions prefer different teas: green tea, oolong, pu'er, jasmine. Tea is believed to aid digestion, cleanse the palate, and bring a sense of calm. Dining etiquette is also important. It's polite to wait for elders to start eating, to offer dishes to others before serving yourself, and to never stick chopsticks upright in rice, a gesture associated with funerals. In China, eating is an art of balance, not just flavors, but relationships, respect, and mindfulness. A meal is a reminder that food nourishes both body and soul. Imagine spending a day in China and experiencing meals like a local. What would a typical day look like? Breakfast is often savory, warm, and filling. People might enjoy congee, a rice porridge often topped with pickles, eggs, or meats. Dim sum, steamed buns, soy milk, and fried dough sticks are also common. Breakfast is quick, nutritious, and prepares you for a busy day. Lunch is the main meal for many, especially in cities. A typical lunch includes rice or noodles, several shared dishes like stir-fried vegetables, tofu, fish, or meat. Street food is also popular, from dumplings and biozi to spicy skewers. Eating with co-workers, friends, or family strengthens bonds. Afternoon snacks are not uncommon. Seasonal fruits, tea, or sweet pastries provide energy and refreshment. Traditional treats like mooncakes or sesame balls are enjoyed throughout the day. Dinner is often the largest meal, a time for family to gather. Hot pot is a favorite, especially in the North and West. Southern families may enjoy seafood or steamed fish. Meals are slow, social, and accompanied by tea or light alcoholic beverages like rice wine. Even late-night snacks are a part of urban Chinese life. Night markets bustle with people enjoying dumplings, noodles, fried delicacies, and desserts. Every meal is a chance to enjoy taste, texture, and company. A full day in China shows us that food is not just sustenance, it is culture, community, and joy. Modern Chinese cuisine is a fascinating mix of tradition and global influence. While ancient techniques and regional flavors remain, cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou showcase fusion and innovation in food. Global fast food has made its mark. McDonald's, KFC, and Starbucks are everywhere, but many Chinese chains adapt menus to local tastes. Think green tea ice cream, spicy chicken burgers, or rice-based breakfasts. Familiar names, unique twists. Fusion cuisine is also on the rise. Chefs combine Chinese flavors with Italian pasta, French sauces, or Japanese sushi techniques. You can find truffle dumplings, Sichuan-style pizza, and dim sum with Western fillings. Even street food has evolved. Modern night markets serve classic snacks with a twist, cheesy hot pot, bubble tea variations, and quirky desserts that appeal to younger generations. Yet despite modernization, traditional meals are still cherished. Families continue to gather for hot pot, dumplings, and festival foods. The philosophy of balance, shared dining, and seasonal ingredients continues to influence daily life. Modern China's food culture is vibrant, inventive, and ever-evolving, a reflection of a country that honors its past while embracing the future. Before we finish, here are 10 fascinating facts about Chinese food that you might not know. 1. China has over 8,000 types of dishes and counting. 2. Hot pot was originally a Mongolian meal, later adopted and transformed across China. 3. Peking duck was first cooked for emperors and only later became popular among the public. 4. Chopsticks have been used for over 3,000 years. 5th century eggs are a delicacy that uses preservation techniques over months, not literally a century. 6. The Chinese calendar influenced seasonal eating habits, ensuring ingredients match the time of year. 7. Street food culture is older than many restaurants. Night markets have existed for centuries. 8. Soy sauce, vinegar, and ginger are considered staples in almost every region. 9. In Chinese medicine, food is also medicine, ginger for warmth, cooling foods for heat, etc. 10. Chinese chefs often learn their craft for decades before mastering signature dishes. Chinese food is more than meals. It's history, culture, philosophy, and art on a plate. From ancient traditions to modern innovations, every bite tells a story. So next time you enjoy dumplings, hot pot, or a simple bowl of noodles, remember, you are tasting thousands of years of culture, creativity, and wisdom.